And welcome to Prime Time. The president says our withdrawal from Afghanistan was, quote, an extraordinary success. Why? Because America airlifted over 120,000 people in just a few weeks. And that is impressive. In fact, it has never been done before. But perception is often reality in politics. And President Biden's assessment must compete with the fact that the evacuation was forced because why? Because the way America exited threw the place into chaos. Still, Biden says naysayers missed the main point.
Some say we should have started mass evacuation sooner. And couldn't this have been done in a more orderly manner? I respectfully disagree. Imagine if we'd begun evacuations in June or July, bringing in thousands of American troops and evacuating more than 120,000 people in the middle of a civil war. There still would have been a rush to the airport. There is no evacuation from the end of a war that you can run without the kinds of complexities, challenges, and threats we faced. None.
Compelling. And yet, there were months to prepare. And reportedly, there was intelligence to suggest there could be a quick collapse. And reportedly, we did not prepare for that or to get our machinery and weapons out so they wouldn't end up in the enemy's hands. And we weren't prepared to retake control of Bagram Airport to speed up the evacuation effort. And a big reason is because we were playing to a deadline that the administration decided had to be honored. And this is a point that Biden insists on.
Leaving August the 31st is not due to an arbitrary deadline. It was designed to save American lives. I was not going to extend this forever war. And I was not extending a forever exit.
This is going to be a pivot point in terms of perception and reality, and the ultimate story of what this means for President Biden's fate and administration. Kabul fell just 2.5 weeks ago. If we had stayed a month more until you got out everyone you promised, would that have amounted to a forever exit? Biden says the options were leave or get in deeper. This ultimate battle of perception on this exit will going to be whether Biden was right to remove all U.S. boots from the ground with as many as 200 American civilians still stuck in Afghanistan, and who knows how many allies. Here's his case on that point.
Since March, we reached out 19 times to Americans in Afghanistan with multiple warnings and offers to help them leave Afghanistan. All the way back as far as March, our Operation Allied Rescue ended up getting more than 5,500 Americans out. 90% of Americans in Afghanistan who wanted to leave were able to leave. And for those remaining Americans, there is no deadline. We remain committed to get them out if they want to come out.
First, an interesting side point. Point of contrast with Trump. Biden said 90%. We checked with the White House. It's actually 98%. He's nothing like his predecessor, who would have said he got 115% of the people out. Biden accidentally played it down. Now to the real point. No one left behind should mean exactly that. And I'm not telling President Biden anything he doesn't know. He said the same thing a couple of weeks ago.
If there's American citizens left, we're going to stay till we get them all out.
All is 100%. All that matters now is one question. Now what? And this question will be one that Biden has to answer well, and answer with plans and actions that have so far been in short supply. In the immediate, that means getting everyone out. The Americans and the people you promised, those with those SIV visas and their loved ones. Now, that takes us to somebody who clearly resonated with you. We've had her on the show a couple of times, but last night was heavy. We call her Sarah. She's an American citizen. She's a former interpreter, and she's stuck in Kabul. She didn't even know that the last plane was going out. She has stayed behind because she's trying to help other people whom she says qualifies for SIVs, the special visas, and that she can't get them out, and that she's been trying with everybody. Biden and his Secretary of State say the government is doing everything it can and will get everyone out who wants to get out. Then why is Sarah being helped mainly by retired veterans? And why is this digital Dunkirk that you may have heard about that's going on online, this ad hoc network of veterans and allies, needing to do so much? Tonight, you're going to hear from men who served this country and who now say those left behind are not being well served, and they may soon be in a hellscape of oppression.